Okay, boys and girls, this week we're going to work on some wall cards that we've already seen at the beginning of the year, but there are some new spellings on the wall card that go with the sound that we're going to work on. As you see, I'm pointing to the nest wall card, which we went over in class this year, and we learned the N says N, and now we are adding KN blank and GN to our N wall card sound. The K is silent and we just hear the N. And in GN, we hear the N. So you see that KN will be at the beginning of a word and there's a blank and there'll be letters after that. GN, you can see this spelling at the beginning or at the end of words. Now we will move on down to our next wall card, which is the R wall card. And the new spelling is WR, and you will see that at the beginning of words because there's a blank after it. And it also has the sound of the R wall card. Now we will go to the word lines. And we will first start with the word lines and then we'll move to the sentences. I have tried to make these larger for you so that you can see them better. I'll try to make it just a little bit bigger for you. And maybe that will help you to be able to see the words better. Now, if you can point to your iPad or the computer screen. And if you can sound these out with me. Okay, our first line, at, right, ill, kneel, oat, wrote, off, knife, it, knit. Now, going back as we read, I want to talk about each word just a little bit. You want to be aware that this is a review of our long and short vowel sounds. Now that we are putting everything together as we get to the end weeks of first grade for you to review to go to second grade. As we see the word write, which means we write a letter, we see the silent E at the end, which tells the I to say its name, and that's the long I. We have in the word kneel, we have EE, which we remember on the E wall card says the long E. We have the word wrote, which has the a silent E at the end that tells the O to say its name. And we know that this is a long O spelling. We have the silent E in knife at the end, and E tells the I to say its name in knife. Then we have the word knit, which we have a short I in this word. So this is where we begin to recognize the fact that we can look at a word and tell if it is a short vowel word or if it has one of the long vowel spellings. And at this point, you should be getting very fluent with these. You should be able to look at that, recognize if it's a long or short vowel. So parents look at help them with the words, but also recognize the fact if they still struggle with recognize long and short vowels, that might be something that you might want to copy some of these words off of this screen and work a little extra this week because going into second grade, they should be able to recognize that. Now, I'm not going to talk that much on every line. I just wanted to point that out with everything that you will see for this week. Okay? Now, let's look and sound our next line out. Ong, wrong, all, no, out, wrap, at, nat, ist, wrist. Now let's read them. Wrong, no, wrap, gnat, wrist. Okay, next line. Not, not, in, rin, ing, ring, ing, ring, oh, no. We'll go on to the next line, then we'll read all of those. Gnome, gnome. Now we'll read them. Not, rin, ring, ring, no, gnome. Notice we have the word, we have the homophone ring. We have a homophone as they sound the same, but they're spelled differently. And you have the word ring that means a ring on your finger. And this ring is you are wringing water out of your washcloth or your towel. There will be several of these homophones that you will see throughout the week. Our next word, next line, new, 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 alt, taught, smaller, smaller, grew. Now let's read these. New, new, taught, smaller, grew. Now we will look at our last line, and these are some review from weeks before. As always, I've said when we have an ending that we add, then we can cover this part up, and this word would be fearful, fearful, and put it all together. And this is blue, blue. I hope you knew that by heart. And this is suit. So we will read fearful, blue, and suit. Now, notice there are lots of review spellings that on all of those that we've already gone over. Now, I am going to read the sentences with you. But as always, if you want to pause the video even before I do and see if you can read the sentence, and if there's not a word that you know, to sound it out. But always, if you cannot read a sentence fluently, that means you can't read every word without sounding it out. You should always go back and read the sentence again until you're able to. All right, sentence number 1. Put your fingers with me. He cut the knot with a knife. Sentence number 2. I knew a mouse gnawed on the cheese. And sentence number 3. Wrap the cloth on your wrist. What I would like for you to do is pause this part of the video, and I would like for you to go back and see if you could read those sentences again without me and read them fluently. These words and sentences this week will be a little harder, but you remember you're a lot smarter than we were a few weeks ago because you've worked very hard. So I know that you'll do really good and you'll work really hard. Let's finish strong. Thank you for all you've done, and I look forward to hearing you read your homework tonight.